What book series did you love as a kid? I loved Wayside School. Choose Your Own Adventure. The Boxcar Children series. Gonna really show my age here, but Encyclopedia Brown used to take great pride in solving the mystery before the end. Inkheart Trilogy. Edit. Cornelia Funk just knows how to write children's novels. I guess a lot of you guys seem to agree. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Anyone read Deltora Quest? I've never run into anyone else who was familiar with this series, but remember it being a fun adventure series when I was a kid. Edit. This got a lot more attention than I expected. Show the author, Emily Rada, some love by checking out her newest books, The Glimmy and Scary Mary and the Stripe Spell. Warriors. Little House on the Prairie. The Chronicles of Narnia. 7 books. Alex Rider. It's about a teenage boy who works for MI6. I read the first 8 or so but haven't read them in probably a decade, so haven't read the new ones. I think there's a film or TV show about it now too, but I never saw it. Don't think it had good reviews. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Artemis Fowl. Update. Thank you guys so much for the love. I'm glad I'm not the only kid that loved Owen Colfer books. How and Why books. The Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Tom Swift, Cherry Ames, Bobbsey Twins, Anything, etc. Kids series from the 50s. Also, Children's Digest was a gateway drug. Monthly hits in the mail. A series of unfortunate events. This series really made me fall in love with reading. Edit. Thank you all for helping me relive my childhood. I just purchased the box set so I can reread them. Redwall. Edit. I did not even expect 1 award, let alone 48 awards. Goosebumps. 1. The Magic Tree House. 2. Captain Underpants. 3. The Silverwing Chronicles. 4. Hatchet. 5. Goosebumps. 6. The Ranger's Apprentice. 7. Animorphs. 8. Bunnicula. 9. Bloody Jack. 10. Cirque du Freak. Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan. That series is what got me into reading when I was younger. Edit. Thanks for the silver. It's my first award. Edit 2. Thank you for the awards. Didn't expect it to be for an old favorite book series. Animorphs. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Glad to see lots of people out there have fond memories of this great book series. Edit 2. Also a plug for our Animorphs. Tales of a 4th Grade Nothing, Superfudge. All the Judy Blume books. The Babysitter's Club. Sweet Valley High. Scary Stories. The Judy Moody books. Loved them all. The Edge Chronicles. They were great reading across the generations of the main character Twig. Edit. Thank you for the awards. I'm glad I could help some of you remember them. It makes me super happy so many other people enjoyed these books as much as I did. Geronimo Stilton. I think I spelled it right. Honestly, it explains a lot. The Magic Tree House. Nancy Drew. I loved that sit. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Goosebumps. Shiver series and so much more. I was a bookworm. Still am. And read almost every book in my school library. I would also purchase these books during the Scholastic Book Fair. I would also like to add that I loved the Hardy Boys, A to Z Mysteries, and those Enid Blyton books. You know, the ones with hardcover that smells like fresh paint and happy memories. The Faraway Tree books by Enid Blyton. My childhood imagination was so vivid and I loved these books. The Dragon Riders of Pern. The Famous Five. I recently reread all the originals from the original writer and wish I could buy the electronic version for the French guy who wrote 20 other books. Goosebumps, Chiller, Babysitter's Club, Sweet Valley, Spooksville. Most of his books really. Series of unfortunate events. It's been a while but the ending confused me after finishing it. Edit adding more. So many. Redwall, The Pit Dragon Trilogy, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Rogue Squadron, Xanth. These books about dragons with the Monkey King as a character. Can't remember the name right now. I have them somewhere in my library but the cat has me trapped. His Dark Materials, Boxcar Children, Wheel of Time, Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms, The Hobbit, LOTR, Tad Williams' Everything, Pern, The Book of Three and its sequels. Most famously The Black Cauldron. I read just constantly. I don't even remember half of it anymore. Individual books that made an impact. Maniac McGee, The Ear, The Eye, and the Arm, A.K. Fallen Angels. Roald Dahl or C.S. Lewis. A Series of Unfortunate Events. Junie B. Jones, Harry Potter, Chronicles of Narnia, Animorphs, A Wrinkle in Time. Bone series. Edit. While my most liked comment, thanks guys, didn't realize a lot of people remember this series, one of my favorites. Hank the Cowdog. Percy Jackson. I'm a little older than some of these posts. 47 male, but my favorite by far was the storyline of the Logan family in Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. Mildred Taylor wove a masterpiece storyline of Cassie and her family. My 6th grade teacher read Roll of Thunder, and I immediately went through the series, The Land, Let the Circle Be Unbroken, etc. Taught me so much about family, still read it today. Gregor the Overlander. It was written by Suzanne Collins and I read it in middle school and they were amazing. Edit. I know this didn't blow up too much, but thank you all to who have upvoted and awarded this comment. I have never received an award, especially a platinum, and also never thought this comment would go anywhere. Thank you all again. His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. Was I the only one that read the 39 Clues as a kid? Anne of Green Gables. Earthsea. The Spiderwick Chronicles. As a little kid, all the Dr. Seuss books. As an older kid, the Ender's Game books. Skullduggery Pleasant, a series of unfortunate events. The Bartimaeus Trilogy. Goosebumps. Artemis Fowl. The Movie Was Way Wrong. Redwall. And many, many more. Pretty much everything by Darren Shan. So the saga of Darren Shan and the Demonata. I really liked horror and gore. I would watch movies like The Grudge when I was about 7, so I guess that makes sense. Had a friend over mine freak out about the monsters on the covers though. Said she couldn't sleep after seeing them, so maybe I'm just weird like that though. Aragon was cool, even though it gets more ridiculous in the back half of the series, and the ending is a bit disappointing. I'm dating myself, I guess. But I loved the Choose Your Own Adventure series. Unlike some other books I loved growing up, though, those books do not hold up for me as an adult reader. They are really unreadable for anyone over the age of, say, 12. Amelia Bedelia. My teacher is an alien. Nothing, and I mean nothing, could beat Tintin. The day I found out about those books my brain exploded. Old man talking here and I still remember that feeling. I still am a kid, but I guess Percy Jackson. I've read all the books, all 10. Redwall. Calvin and Hobbes. I got in trouble cause I was the same age as Calvin and would try to mimic some of his antics. My mother had to explain several times to me the difference between comics and real life. Alex Rider. I've still been reading and enjoying the series going into adulthood and the TV series kicks ass. Warrior Cats. Still kind of enjoy them, actually. Hatchet. Chronicles of Narnia, I think. Beautiful fantasy and very imaginative. Dragonlance. The Lord of the Rings. Fear Street. It's like Goosebumps but a little sixy. Homer Price and Encyclopedia Brown. Donuts and Mysteries. The Little House series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I was obsessed with them. David Eddings and the Belgariad series primarily. Read multiple times. Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman's Dragonlance series. The Uglies series. Uglies, Pretties, Specials. Didn't like extras though. Edit. Thank you for the award. Hardy Boys. Lol. Not for kids. But V.C. Andrews novels. All of them. I got them as an inheritance. At 11. The content was gripping. I loved the Dark is Rising series by Susan Cooper. Been meaning to go back and reread them for a while now. All of John Belair's books were great too. Johnny Dixon and the Professor had a lot of creepy mystery adventures. Edit. Seeing how much others have enjoyed these books as much I did in my youth has brought me so much joy today. I'm sure it's been mentioned here already, but Lemony Snicket's ASOUE really changed my young life. I got so wrapped up in the faux meta real story POV and its narrator and the mystery of it all. I became so obsessed with secret societies and codes and old-timey clubs just because of that series and its supplemental reading material including the unauthorized autobiography. When I tell you I was obsessed, I was obsessed. The Mysterious Benedict Society. Percy Jackson. Calvin and Hobbes. Little House on the Prairie. Not a series, but I loved all Roald Dahl books. Septimus Heap. Anyone? Harry Potter. I loved growing up with those books and movies. Edit. Also the Boxcar Children. I still have all of the books I bought from the series when I was kid, mostly at thrift stores. I want to pass them on to my kids to enjoy. Judy Blume books. Terry Pratchett Discworld series. The Babysitter's Club. The Ramona Quimby books. Ralph S. Mouse books. The Mouse and the Motorcycle, etc. Sweet Valley Twins. Little House on the Prairie. Choose Your Own Adventure books. Goosebumps. Fear Street. I don't think they were in a series, but I also read a lot of Lois Duncan books. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Stranger with My Face, etc. Pretty much anything Beverly Cleary, Judy Blume or Ann M. Martin. Also not a series, but anything Roald Dahl was and is absolute magic. Kids, Ya series I've enjoyed as an adult. Books of Byron by Shannon Hale. The Princess Academy books by Shannon Hale. The Immortals by Tamora Pierce. The Good Neighbors by Holly Black. Modern Tale of Fairy by Holly Black. The Great Brain by John Fitzgerald. The Chronicles of Prydain. You know what The Black Cauldron was based off of. The books are way better. Photon. Thieves of Light in the subsequent book series. I played at the local arena almost every Friday during my high school years. Not high literature, but enjoyable. The Three Investigators. Like Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. It's kid detectives. But they are sponsored in story by Alfred Hitchcock himself. Good for its day. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was always a favorite, but before that I remember being really into the Black Cauldron series. Anyone else read the Charlie Bone books? The Song of the Lioness, Tamora Pierce. I read them so many times.